Gretchen Kirchmann here for theride.com and Rodeo Roundup. I'm actually at Cowboy Christmas, Wrangler National Finals 2012, and Greg Hensley, the National Promotions Director for Dan Post, is here. You've got some new products.
Actually, we've got some very exciting new products. Would you like me to show them to you?
Yes, please. I'm excited to see the new styles that are out.
Yeah, the first one, we have a distressed boot with a vintage turquoise tip and inlay on it. It's got a collar, and just a very unique boot. This has been a very good seller for us at this NFR event. It's next year's styles, which we debut at the National Finals Rodeo. Very excited about this.
So when will these hit stores locally?
We'll have these available at the Denver market in January for sale, and then we'll have them probably ready to ship to the stores about probably spring.
And what's the retail on those?
Retail on this is $2.99.
All right, well that looks like a good stocking stuffer. What else do we have?
We have a waxy distressed boot with a giraffe wingtip on it with buck lacing. This one's got real pretty flower embroidering on it. This is next year's styles too. Very excited about this one. This is $2.79 retail. This will be available in the springtime as well.
All right, and so how did you come up with the giraffe design on those and the buck lacing?
Just in Mexico, they have different kind of prints, and they have leopard print, tiger prints, you know, and zebra prints. The giraffe print's a very unique print design. It just looks good on the tip. It matches the leather that we used, and it'll go with a lot of different ladies' outfits.
Neat. So are the women wearing them with pants, or are they wearing them with leggings, skirts? What is the design for?
The way this boot is made, you can wear it with anything. I mean, some of the girls wear it with skirts, with blue jeans. All the girls with blue jeans, they tuck their jeans down into the boot so they can see the shaft on it, which is a unique look. So.
Okay, and then my favorite over here that's got a butterfly on it.
This is a vintage rustic goatskin leather boot. It's got a butterfly toe medallion on it, inlays, the butterflies in the shaft. This boot's been very popular. We've never had this boot out before. Again, it's next year's styles, be available in the springtime.
Wonderful. Is that yearly that you guys always debut the boots for next year here?
We have our big, every year we do it in the National Finals Rodeo. We have next year's styles. We bring them here. That will give us a gauge how, what boots will work, what boots don't work. It's a good gauge for us for marketing and sales.
And where are some of the outlets that you can buy these boots?
Boot Barn is the best place. It's the biggest retailer in the country. They're the retailer of the National Finals Rodeo, this right here, and that's a good place to buy them. We have locations throughout the country, though. Any Western store pretty much carries Dan Post.
Yes, tell us the history of the Dan Post boots.
Dan Post boots was started way back in the 60s. Used to be with a company called Acme Boot Company, and they were looking for back in those days, Acme Boot was the biggest brand in the world, and they wanted a premier brand. Boots. They came up with the name Dan Post. Dan Post was actually an adhesive salesman back in the 1970s who called on the factories. And the president at the time, Bob Turrentine, they're looking for a name to call this line of boots. And they kicked around a bunch of styles and a bunch of names, but for some reason his buddy was Dan Post as the adhesive supplier there, and that always had a good ring to it, and that's why they chose Dan Post. He didn't even charge him to use the name at all. So,
well, that's nice to know. Yeah. What do we have coming up in men's styles?
In men's styles, we have a new line of cutter type boots. They have a unique kind of toe on them. It's a square toe with receding toe box on it. Not as broad as the broad squares, but these full quilt offs look really good. Got a blue shaft. They have shoulder counters on them, cowboy heels, a 10-iron leather outsole, and like all cowboy certified boots, these have that gel insole that everybody loves. You can stand on your feet all day long, your feet don't get fatigued, they really, really work. Do
the ladies' boots come with that gel insole?
Absolutely, ma'am, yes ma'am. A lot of the rodeo queens wear them because they're on their feet all day long, going and running around, and at the end of the day, they have happy feet. And I'm glad to work with them on the boots. I sponsored 19 states this year.
Did you?
Yes, I sure did.
19 different states?
Yes.
Wow, well Miss Rodeo Utah just won Miss Rodeo America. Did you sponsor that state?
Sure did.
Wonderful. Well, this is Gretchen Kirchmann for theride.com here at Cowboy Christmas, the Wrangler National Finals Rodeo, and you saw the new styles of Dan Post boots here first.